lovely dreamers, welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is the second episode, and I'm not really gonna stall much. Let's just jump right back in there then, shall we? I'm excited to see what horrendous things wait for me. Hi again, Jamie. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong girl. Hers is like, hi again, Jamie. I'm school council president, and everything's great and happy. God, I swear, the hardest part of this game is A, actually speaking proper words, and B, remembering the voices that I gave each of these characters. I swear, by the end of this, I'm just gonna hate my voice completely. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha! That's funny. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Dreamy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too! Shut up sooner. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jimmy always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. I'll be dependable for you, Yuki. I mean, Yuri? I forget your name. I think it's Yuri. Who's even Yuki? Sayori. That's because your room's so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. I hope you're jealous. How come? You and Jimmy can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuki. Yuri, who is Yuki? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Gosh, no, I can't. I keep putting one character's voice into another character's mouth. Damn it, I am not Yuri, I am me. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. God. Even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? I know, she's the cutest. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but to notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Really, I am. I guess through that poem thing I got Yuri selected as the girl I'm going after, which I'm glad, because that's really who I do want to go after. She's so cute. But at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. That only made her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I would probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you... Oh gosh. No! I keep talking in my lines with her voice. I really need to stop this. I'm just imagining us talking to each other with like the exact same voice. That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Yeah, you just said that. I know. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. That's okay, you can keep whatever you want from me, Yuri. You're too cute, I can't help it. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyways? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Jeremy? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. I can respect a lady like that. It's just those kind of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because of someone who wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their own one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost an interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book between the two of them. Aw, this is getting really cute. And it's gonna get sad soon, isn't it? Isn't it? I'm gonna get so sad. I suppose so. Yuri timidly opens her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Aww. It feels like my left arm isn't in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this kind of makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. I swear, I get stuck reading the small words, but not the large words. And also, oh my god, she's so cute. Look at the little hairpin, her face, it's so delicate. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it over her thumb, and after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Oh, she's looking. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I'd be distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep it up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? Oh, she's smiling. Oh my god. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you're being so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. You continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed she finished the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's a bit more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses a lot of things, and she says and does, like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see her, it's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of the same mannerisms. I see. Oh, I want that picture back, that was so cute. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Jamie, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more, it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Oh, sorry, that's right. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. You're My gosh, I started spitting so much I could be speaking German. Yuri exhales, oh my god. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is it alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Wow, that was kinda sly. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. Come on, I can read it with her and be all cute again. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Why not just, like, fold the corner over? Like, that's what I do when I read books, when I don't have a bookmark, just kind of, like, fold it. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of a loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition. I'm compensating for this notebook with a notebook. Oh my gosh. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri's reluctantly comply as well, reaching to their bags. I did the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, Yuri, of course, because she's the cutie. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her gosh. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are used typically of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Yeah, it's like me when, like, you know, Wattpad? You can really tell who the beginner writers are. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering now. When you read, Tumblr fanfiction, you can see who are the more experienced writers compared to Wattpad, which is a majority of young writers who don't know proper novel structure or grammar use. I know a couple. I'm using a lot, I'm sorry. I personally know some people in real life who are beginner writers, so they let me read their work and I kind of go over them and stuff, and there are certain mannerisms and stuff you can tell. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expression are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them together, but building them. But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, even by learning and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought behind the thought process behind it. Oh my gosh. Yuri smiles dreamily. It's a rare opportunity for her. Cutie. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Oh my gosh, it's hard to read this. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's really cute. I like it. Well, not cute, you know. It's more grungy and stuff, and I personally like to write grungy material, so it's nice. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. No, I was thinking it was nice, but I just personally couldn't read it. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty, of which I do. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I wish you'd write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story wasn't about a ghost at all, Jimmy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poems often express their own thoughts. Oh my gosh. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is not being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in their last remaining place of comfort, able to let go of the past, and soon being left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's expressive. It's nothing really. Yours is expressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Jeremy. Me too. Okay, so next episode, I'm gonna show my poem to someone else and read theirs and other things probably, and probably a lot of sad things. So hopefully the story will pick up soon and we'll get to more of the sad grunginess of it. So until then, I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!